host of the Gridiron.
This one here, I'll tell you, it's kind of like, this guy's a I'm going to show you. But I'm like, I don't know, man. This guy, Stone Forsythe. Well, come on in, brother. But he's like a swing tackle. We just signed a swing tackle. And I'm like, we got this guy, you're paying him like, I don't know, 4 or 5, I might say it in this article, right? We just brought somebody in from the Browns. We're paying him like $5 or $6 million. We're paying Illuminor like $7 million. Andrew Thomas is like 20-something million. We got Evan Neal. He's still on his rookie deal, but he's still pick number 7. He's making, I don't know, $7 million, $7 million a year, something like that. So how many tackles do we need? It's like, how many swing tackles do we need? Why are we? I don't know. I don't know. But then, let me show you. I'm scratching my head. This is a tough one here. A tough one. But we went out. We brought him in, and it's like, I'm trying to. I don't know. All right. Sorry. Hold on. I got all these tabs are open up here. Okay. Let me show you his PFF numbers here. Here we are. Nope. That's not it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. I mean, this is like, I don't know. I'm a little, I mean, this is his grades last year. 414, right? He graded out of 43.1. His run block was a 51. His pass block was a 41. I mean, right? But see, this was last year. He played right tackle. Oh, there he is. Nice smile. But let's see. We'll go 2023 here. Okay. Okay. You see here, he played right tackle. And obviously he played some left tackle. That was in 2023. But you'll notice here, once again, he graded out of 58.2. This is his run block. And his run block, I mean, this is 2023. But look at his pass block at a 40.8. I don't know. I just don't know. 2022. Let's see here. Okay, but once again, he only played in what, 1, 2. We played 5 games. We played left tackle, right tackle, left tackle, left tackle. Okay, so he can play either position. Apparently not very well, but he can play either position. I mean, I can play either position. Not very well, but I can play either position. And then his rookie season, he just played right tackle, 14. Right? But if you look here, right, I mean, is this season, right? So, right? So last season, it hasn't been a major contributor in any of the season. I mean, 414, 497, 128, and 14. So in 4 seasons, he's played 1,053 snaps. Okay. But I mean, last season, his overall grade was a 43.1. His run block was a 51.6. His pass block was a 41.3. But if you look over here, he gave up. I mean, his efficiency is 93.1, which is not very good. He gave up 35 pressures in about 300 pass blocking snaps. But at 414, so I mean, at 414, that's, I don't know, that's about 40%, maybe even less. Then, so I mean, if he played a full season, to be honest with you, he would have gave up about 85 pressures. If he played every game, every snap, he would have gave up 80 to 90 pressures last season. And then you go back here, look this too. 2023, he played a few more snaps, almost 500. So in 2023, he gave up 32 pressures. So at that rate, in 2023, he would have gave up about, if he played the whole season, every snap, he would have gave up 65 to 70 pressures. The last season, he would have gave up, what I say, about 80 pressures, 80 to 90 pressures if he played all season. I don't know. I'm a little. Do you think they kept him because of the versatility? Maybe there would be more variety or not. Well, maybe. But we brought in Hudson, who is a swing tackle. I mean, and Hudson from the Browns, I mean, his numbers weren't unbelievably fantastic either. I mean, we got a Luminor who actually last year played right tackle and left tackle. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is that, we got a Luminor, we got Andrew Thomas, we got obviously Evan Neal, some guy by the name of Evan Neal. We got Hudson, and we put this guy in. So now we got like 5 tackles. I mean, I don't even know if you'd even keep 5 tackles, including the practice squad. Well, man, I don't know. I mean, so I mean, I don't know why we're bringing in all these tackles, especially if they're not really grading out too well. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, it certainly give us some more variety. Yeah, sure. But the thing is, like when it's game day, right? You got 53 guys, but you only dressed, I think, 46. So I mean, out of the 46 guys, you only got maybe 3 tackles. You might wind up having a guy, maybe like a Zudu, if you have like eight offensive linemen. So you might have like 3 tackles, and you might have your Zudu who can play guard, or if you have to, throw him out a tackle or something like that. But I mean, it's like, so if you got 3 guys that play, where are all these tackles going? I don't know. But according to reports, the Giants agreed to terms with offensive lineman Stone Forsythe pending a physical. He's a big boy, 6'8", but he's only 307 pounds. So played in 53 games with 14 starts, 11 at right tackle and 3 at left tackle in 4 seasons with the Seahawks. He also has 1 postseason appearance. 6th-round pick by the Seahawks in 2021. Forsythe started a career-high 8 games in 2023, 5 at right tackle and 3 at left tackle. He took over the right tackle for an injured George Fant in the 2025 season opener. Forsythe then started the next 5 games before a hand injury landed him on injured reserve. Forsythe returned for the final 3 weeks of the season. Prior to the NFL, Forsythe started 28 out of 40 games at Florida, seeing time at both guard and tackle during his career. He started all 12 games in 2020 and protected the blind side of Heisman Trophy finalist Kyle Trask as the Gators led the nation in passing yards per game. Well, I mean, he did good. He did good in the in college, but see, the Giants once again added to their depth along the offensive line, agreeing to terms Wednesday with Stone Forsythe, formerly of the Seahawks. His 27 comes aboard on a 1-year veteran salary benefit contract, meaning he is a bargain-priced addition as the Giants build out their roster. So, I mean, I guess he signed to a 1-year deal, and if you don't make the team, right, you don't make the team. It's, I guess, not the end of the world. Forsythe was a 2021 6th-round pick out of Florida. 6'8", 307 pounds. He's the second offensive tackle the Giants brought in during free agency period. So it's kind of making you wonder. It's like, well, what's going on with Evan Neal? Right? I mean, we have 312 tackles on the, I mean, right? I mean, we're not cutting Evan Neal. I mean, does that mean maybe we're going to move him inside to guard? That would be cool. Hudson III, who's the other tackle the Giants brought in, who's a swing tackle who can play obviously right and left tackle, started 17 games in 4 seasons with the Browns. Hudson received a 2-year deal for $12 million. So now we got Hudson making like $6 million a year. Luminor is making $7 million a year. Andrew Thomas is making over $20 million a year. And Evan Neal is on his rookie deal, but he's got to be making $5, $6, $7 million a year because he was picked 7 in the draft. So we got 4 tackles making at least $5, $6 million. And it says, so Hudson, the swing tackle from the Browns we just brought in, received a 2-year deal for $12 million with half of that in guaranteed money, meaning, okay, he's expected to earn a spot, right? I mean, his numbers aren't off the charts either. Let me see. James Hudson. Let me pop him up. I mean, his numbers weren't. All right, pop him up here now. Share the screen here. James Hudson the third, shall I say. Okay, so let's go here. Let me share the screen again here. Oh, unless they expect it. Oh, yeah, well, you know we're going to get injuries, that's for sure. That's a guarantee, right? I think they will move Neal. And I hope so, boy. I mean, he did good run blocking last year, really good run blocking, but he still had some problems, with those big, elusive, those edge rushers. He has problems with them. Let's get him in a phone booth where it's just him and the big fat guy across the, unless, of course, they do a stunt or something like that, right? But for the most part, it's going to be him and some guy who's not that mobile right across the street from him. Me and you, brother, let's get it on. He'd probably fare a little bit better because he's not having a lot of success. He's so tall. He's just having a hard time with those edge rushers. I'd love to see what he can do. I mean, he actually led the Giants' offensive line unit last year, according to PFF anyway, in run blocking. I think he graded out like an 80 run blocking. I mean, he was just smashing some dudes. It's good to see. Really, really good to see. I mean, hey, if we can move him into guard, if he gets the right guard spot, hey, we found ourselves a guard, right? We don't have to go out looking for a guard. All right, let me see here. Oh, here we go. Okay. I mean, this other guy they brought in is James Hudson the third, shall I say. I mean, his grades aren't that great either. All right, so this is him last year, right? Now, his final game of the season against Cincinnati, right? They had an unbelievable game, graded out at 90, 90.7 run blocker. That's great. But you look at the rest of the games, right? 51.8. I mean, look last year, left tackle, right tackle. But if you go back, he's a left tackle, right tackle guy. I mean, swing tackle, which is cool. But I mean, it's like, graded out of 51, a 53, 51, a 44, 50.9. I mean, these are games last year. Okay. What do we got here? Pressures. He gave up 13 pressures. In 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 games. So he gives up like 2 pressures a game. So that's not absolutely unbelievably horrible. Okay. But a couple of games he didn't play many snaps either. Only played 21 snaps against Minnesota, and against the Chargers he only played 21 snaps. So, but if we look here, right, you go back, you look over his this is his grades. Last season, his offensive grade was a 50.4 overall offensive grade. His offensive grade was a 44.7 in 2023. His run blocking was a 50. His pass block was a 48. Last year, his pass blocking, they had his pass blocking last year. It was a 40.2. Okay, it's 2021. Right. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, my bad. Last season, right? This is last season. Okay, he played against the Giants. He played early on. Okay. He after week 4, he was out after that. Right, but this is last season against Jacksonville, 42, 46 against the Giants, 55.4 against the Raiders. He graded out a 50.4. I mean, against Cleveland. 57.8. I'm sorry, with Cleveland in 2022, he graded 57.8. He was with Cleveland in 2021, he graded at 57.3. So, I mean, that's super duper stellar numbers. So, I mean, we're, obviously guys, there aren't Hall of Fame tackles out there in free agency that you can just kind of pluck off the tree and everything like that. I get that. So sometimes you got to take what you can get, but it's kind of like, we're bringing in some, I don't know why we're bringing in so many tackles. We're still in, everything I see a lot of stuff like in articles I read, stuff maybe in the Facebook groups and stuff like that, we're still possibly in the guard market. So if we're in the guard market, that's cool. But I don't know why I just don't understand why we keep bringing in all these tackles. But at least with Forsythe, it's just like a 1-year deal. And if he doesn't want it making the team, it's no big deal. We don't lose that much money. I just wish some of these guys were grading out better. Because that's one thing we need. We need good offensive line play, right? All right, guys, it's been 1 hour and 18 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replay this, once again, thank you so much for the bottom of our It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants! Woo! Oh, yeah.